Hi guys, welcome to another class of Mirror Educational Organization. This is Sumaya, and today we are studying passive voice and active voice. It's one of the grammar lessons of the Base 2 book. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. First, what is voice? Voice is a form of a word which shows whether the subject does something or something is done by subject. So it shows whether the person or the subject does the action or this action is done by this subject. So the difference is that in the first case, the person is doing the action, and the more important thing is the person or the subject who does that work. But in the second form, the action is more important, or the object is more important in this case, and that's why that comes first, and then that's why we say it's done by the subject. There are two kinds of voice by the name of active voice and passive voice. And Ahmad breaks the chair. It is active voice because the breaking the chair is done by Ahmad. So like Ahmad comes first, and Ahmad is more important here. So active voice. And then the passive voice is the chair is broken by Ahmad. So the object comes first, and then Ahmad goes at the end, and the action is done by the subject. So that's why it's a passive voice. Active voice, what is active voice? Active voice is when the subject is the doer of an action. It is an active voice. So subject is more important here. Subject is the doer of an action. So it comes first and the action comes last. So the example is Ali is driving my car. Ali is the subject and driving is the action that is done by Ali. But Ali is more important. The fact that Ali is doing this thing is more important here, and we know that Ali did that, so it's active voice. And passive voice when the subject is the receiver of an action, it's called passive voice. So in here, the action is received by the subject. So the action is more important here, and it comes first as well. The example is my car is being driven by Ali. So that car is being driven by Ali. It's important it's my car, it's important it's being driven, but that Ali does it, it comes at the last, and it's less important, so it is passive voice. The important question, why we use passive voice, right? So we use it when the doer of an action is not known. So we don't know who did that. Like the window is broken. We don't know who broke the window, but the fact that it's broken is important because we want to repair it or we want people to know. So we say the window is broken. We don't know who did it. So that's when we use the passive voice. The second one is when the object is more important than subject, as I said. Object is more important, action is more important. That's why it comes first. The window is broken by Ali. So it's broken, it's important. It doesn't mean it's not important that Ali did it. So that's when we use passive voice. The third reason is when we do not want to mention the doer of an action. So we want to hide it. It's confidential. We don't want people to know who did it. So we use passive voice. The window is broken. Who did it? No one knows. Fourth, when something is generally used by all people. So when all people do something or use something, then we don't really need to say the subject first or mention that this person did it. That's why we use the passive voice. For example, we say the class is cleaned. So in the cases that always someone cleans the class and the cleaner lady or guy cleans the class. So we know that it's always done, and it's not important who did it. So we use the passive voice. How can we change active sentences to passive sentences? There are some rules that are used about it. So the first one is the object of an active sentence becomes the subject of a passive sentence. So object For example, here Ahmad writes a letter. Letter is the object. And letter is written by Ahmad. Object comes first, so it is a passive voice. It changes that the object changes to subject. It comes first. So this is how we change the active voice to passive voice. The second one is the second important thing is the subject of an active sentence becomes the part of sentence by the name of by phrase and used at the end of passive voice. So Ahmad comes at the end here, and its name, the name is by phrase. So Ahmad is by phrase. It's not object here. It is the by phrase. So the subject changed to by phrase. The third one, the verb of active sentences changed into be plus past participle form. So we change the verb to be to be verb and past participle. For example, Ahmad writes a letter. Writes is the verb. It's the simple present tense verb, and then it's changed to is plus third form of the verb for past participle. For only transitive verbs can be changed into passive voice. Only transitive verbs can be changed into passive voice. So Ahmad writes a letter. So transitive verbs are the verbs that need an object. Without an object, they don't give a complete meaning. So we can only change the transitive verbs to passive voice because we do have an object for them. For example, in here we say Ahmad writes a letter. So we do have an object here, and letter is written by Ahmad. It's the passive voice, and then we could bring the object first. And subject pronouns are changed into object pronouns. So for example, he, she is changed to him and her, and object pronouns are changed into subject pronouns. So because they change from their place from the end, which are object, to first to the beginning, which is the subject. So their pronouns are also changed, like him and her are changed to he and she. How can we change the verb into be plus past participle? So for the different tenses of the verb, the different forms of the verb, we have a bit of different structure. For example, here, first form of verb and simple present tenses changed to it. We use it because it's like English, and English is a singular and uncountable noun. So we use is with it, and then study because it's study. It's in simple present tense, so we just say is also in the simple present tense. We say English is studied in the MU by us. The second example is she plays football every day. Football is played every day by her. So we change plays to is plus third form of play, which is played. Second form of verb in simple past tenses change to was or were plus past participle. So if it's in the second form of the verb or in the past, we change it to was or were plus the past participle. Insulted, we have studied Pashto. Pashto has been studied by us. So when it's in the present perfect, we change it to been plus third form of the verb. We change the verb to this form. And the third one, the ing form of the verb in all continuous tenses is changed to being plus past participle. So for example, here is writing, being written. So it's changed to being plus third form of the verb. Or the next one says she was playing tennis. Tennis was being played by her. The fifth rule is bare verb first form, which means first form of the verb is in simple future tense with modal auxiliary verbs. And imperative sentence is changed to be plus past participle. So the pair verbs which are used in the future, sorry, they are changed to be plus past participles. For example, study will be changed to will be studied. It's going to be changed to be studied, but we have to use will as well. She has to write homework. Homework has to be written by her. And some more important examples are here. Ahmad goes to school every day. Go is an intransitive verb. That's why we can't change it to a passive voice. So because again, the reason is because of intransitive verb. Go is intransitive, so we don't change this sentence to passive voice. And at the end, there is the definition of transitive and intransitive verbs. Transitive verbs are those verbs which need an object. Without the object, it does not complete meaning, give a complete meaning. It does need an object. Without object, the sentence is incomplete. For example, I need a pen. I need, for example, if we only say I need, it doesn't make sense. So we say I need a pen and it's a transitive verb. And the next example is please bring some water. So water, bring is intransitive verb. Bring is transitive verb, sorry. And the next one is intransitive verb, or those verbs which do not need subject. Without subject can give complete meaning. For example, the baby cries. Cries is intransitive verb. It doesn't really need an object. And the second example, the sun is shining. Shining is intransitive and does not need an object. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you for joining our class. I hope to see you the next day and have a great day. Bye now.